and one. We are actually live on YouTube, guys.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another podcast with Harsh, Jason, top podcast presenters in the insurance industry. We have a guest today, Mr. Thomas Vina from American Income Life. And we are here to get that Q&A started as we do every week. Have
That's
fun
right.
and answer all your life insurance questions, along with Mr. Vina being able to be open about his organization and what it offers to life insurance reps across the country.
That's right. That's
So,
right. It's a great morning today, and I hope everyone is doing great. I would really thank Mr. Wien over here for joining up early, because I know it's 9 a.m. right now, and maximum people who are dedicated. These people who have fire in their belly till now are still like shooting like Mr. Vina and showing up to the podcast just for you guys. So please ask the maximum questions you can ask him, because he's going to give you the best answers that me and Jason
absolutely.
together can never give. That's really honest.
Well,
So, Mr. Vina, can you introduce yourself?
good morning, everyone, and thank you, Jason and Harsh, for inviting me to be part of your podcast here. And I appreciate the opportunity to share my knowledge with people that are trying to get into the industry, or if you've been in the industry for a while, I can get you to the next level pretty quick with a couple questions and some guidance. So don't be
Yeah.
afraid to ask any type of question. I'll get you the information. If I don't have it, I'll find someone that does.
Yeah,
Perfect,
and he's
perfect.
really good at that too, man. I've known Mr. Vina for quite some time. I've known his son Tommy for over 15 years. Their organization is one that goes above and beyond the necessary needs that everybody really. Now you don't even have to ask; they just already placed in front of you. Fantastic organization, um, wonderful place to work, wonderful place to get yourself going. And I've been in the industry for 15 years, and I haven't seen growth like theirs in that time. And not just growth, but not the ins and outs of coming in the industry, coming out, and then leaving an organization and then going to another one. They stay dedicated to one, and they really
That's
have
right.
built a big company.
That's right. That's actually true. That's really a good one. Uh, here's the first question. And Mr. Vina, actually, whenever people ask questions, we don't take their names because they are weird names on YouTube. Cat is walking on the road. I would kill you 009. So we don't want to we don't take the names. We just ask direct questions. Okay, that's what it would protect the YouTube channel and the community. So here's the first question. Good morning, Mr. Vina. I really appreciate you joining over here. Can you explain about your organization and how can I join it? That's a good
Yeah,
one.
yes, that's an excellent question. Do we provide benefits for over 30,000 unions across the United States? And we started out in 1951, 70 years of history. And the company Globe Life American Income, and it's the VINA organization. AIL, American Income, is comprised of around 80 different agencies, and the VINA agency is one of those. They're not all the same. So if you're going to come to a Globe Life or American Income, the VINA organization is the one you want to go to. Now, with all those unions and companies that we represent, they do the benefits for the Teamsters, the laborers, the carpenters, postal workers, almost every construction union out there. We handle their benefit package. And we also do sports teams like the Dallas Cowboys, Atlanta Braves, and recently we picked up the LA Lakers. So we do large sports teams and benefit packages. One unique thing about our company is we provide you leads of people you could talk to. When these people join the unions, they fill out a card, send it to us, and we meet with those people. That makes it easy for a new agent. Most insurance companies, when you come on board, what they do is tell you to take out a piece of paper and list 100 people that you know, your family and friends, and then your manager is going to say, I'm going to do the training. He says, you call those people, and anyone that says they need insurance, you let me know, and he's going to run the presentation. That's how they train you. That's how I started. And that's a terrible way to start in the business. We don't do that. We give you 2 weeks of dedicated training to get you up and running, and we have a manager run with you in your first 100 presentations to make sure you know what you're doing. And we provide you the names and numbers of people to call. So it's a unique experience. And if you're an average agent, you earn anywhere from 60 to 70,000 in your first year. That's if you're average. And if you're not an average person, you should make over 100,000 with us. And if you're what we call management material, we'll put you in our management training program. We'll get about 5 to 10 agents working with you as a team, help you develop that team. That team, with you and that team over about 2-year period, your income should be 150 to 200,000 if you're a motivated person to grow your team. So that's what we do. We help you be successful, but you got to remember, you have to go get a license and you have to be coachable. We're going to teach you the business, but a lot of people come in and they think they know how they got a better idea, a better wheel, as you want to call it. I've been doing this for 30 years. My son's 18 years with the same company, American Income, very successful. And you're going to get coaching from people that I would say are millionaires. They're going to spend some time with you. So those type of people, you should actually listen to what they're doing. Always take notes. So if you're in this meeting right now and you're not taking notes, you're really missing out. So hopefully that answered your question. If you got any more questions regarding that, just let me know.
Yeah, and they also have an amazing training platform. You do it from the comforts of your underwear at your house. They still have the eligibility to go see people, but they have the training, they have the scripts, they have AI role play. So you're learning from the artificial intelligence, and it's just amazing. You're learning from real people, plus the artificial intelligence is there to walk you through the role playing like you're doing in sale, presentation, and setting appointments. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Jason, thanks for bringing it up. There's one important thing you should know. When I started in the business, you would have to take an application from a client on paper. The application had to be submitted to the home office. That was through the mail, and we would have to FedEx it. That's all gone away. We have what you call electronic application, and we download it onto your laptop, and it's streamlined. You could hit a button and it goes straight to the home office without you having to go to the mailbox and mail it. And then the client sees it up on the screen, so everything is virtual. We used to meet with the clients in their home. Now we can actually meet with them on a Zoom meeting virtually. They can see it, our products. For the agent, it's ideal because they don't have to spend any time driving. So it really makes them more efficient, and you save on that. And for the female population, it's more comfortable because in the past, you would have to go to someone's home. Okay, so now you don't have to do anything like that. You could sit at home, set up a home office, and be in business. And the thing is, you can work from any state. So I'm licensed in over 20 states. I have agents working for me all over the country. So when you come on board, you can hire someone in another state, have them work for you virtually.
Yep. So Harsh, who's next?
Right.
We got more questions, I bet, huh? Come on, Harsh.
Of course, you can bet everything, man. You can bet your hairs on that. Here's a question, okay? Here's a question. Hello, Mr. Veena. Good morning. And how do you differentiate between exclusive leads and shared leads? And which one actually makes more money?
Okay, great question. Exclusive leads are a lead pack that you're going to get, and no one else has called them. You're the exclusive person. And then if it's a shared lead, maybe 2 agents are working together. They're going to share those leads among themselves. It's pretty simple. Hopefully,
and remember, guys, with these lead packs, these are individuals that understand. These prospects know that they are getting these calls. Their union presidents have set it up, sent them a letter. They've done events and meetings. These employees know that they're getting the call. They expect your calls. They understand that you're going to be calling to get them their benefits. And there are also no-cost benefits that are provided to each union member that they're allowed to use on the outside. If you're connected to a union member, it helps you as the agent get referrals like crazy. It's insane. They got a $2,000 life insurance policy you can give away to anybody, as long as they're connected to a union member. It's insane.
Yeah, those
That's
are part
right,
of the union benefits. If if you're doing a presentation, they can offer those benefits also to their friends. It could be a neighbor, a cousin, a friend. They don't have to pay any union benefits as a referral. They can benefit from what we have to offer. They actually
Yeah,
pick up.
imagine having a prospect sold, Mr. Vina, right? And being able to say, hey, who else do you know that I can give $2,000 in life insurance away for free at no cost, right?
Yeah, accidental death and dismemberment. That's what. And then each union is different.
That's actually true because one of the biggest things right now with shared leads are like if you share it with two or three agents, and if the same agent is calling like the same lead for two or three times, it doesn't work that way. You don't make money along the way when you share the leads with your team. And if you're sharing it, just make sure that you share it with one person so that it remains exclusive for that one agent only. So that is the difference between the best possible difference that you can go over there. Here's one good question that I'm reading over here. Gabriel, you are in the back end. Yes, you are. Just make sure you take the notes and you get the information of those people. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The next question is, how much leads should I buy so that I can make $10,000 a week, Mr. Vina?
Well, first off, when you're buying leads, it's very difficult to recover from that unless they're really good, hot leads. The one thing I didn't bring up was referrals. If you're calling leads and they get you an appointment, once you're in that appointment, see, with our company, when you call the lead, you typically set yourself up with about 20 appointments a week based off of the leads that we have. Okay. And I'll give you an idea what that's going to generate you in income. So when you get on the phone, you call our leads, and typically, just so that you understand, you're going to be calling. Doesn't matter what kind of lead. Not everybody answers the phone when you purchase these leads. Doesn't matter what kind of lead it is. And you're probably going to spend an hour on the phone setting one appointment. So anyone on here should write this down, okay? Because this is going to be like the basis of your business for success. So you call, you're on the phone 1 hour. So if you call for 20 hours, you set 20 appointments. Okay, there's no secret to that, okay? So you get on the phone, you get yourself 20 appointments. Now, typically what's going to happen when you call our leads, you're going to get a 50% show ratio, okay? People say they're going to be there, but they don't, okay? That's our business, and that's almost every business you go to. So now you got 50% show. That means 10 people you're going to actually present to. When you do these presentations, depending on how good you are, you're probably going to sell at least 30% of them. And we're going to teach you how to do that. If it's less than that, you're going to have some problems with your presentation. It's bad. It really should be around 50, 60% if it's a referral. Okay, if it's a company lead or one of your purchasing, you're going to hit probably 30%. And then once you do the sale, an average sale is going to be anywhere between $800 to $1,000. Okay, you do that consistently for 50 weeks. You take 2 weeks off. That'll generate you around $60,000, $70,000 in income by selling at least 3 people a week. Now, if you can bump it up to 7 with our company, you do 7 sales in a week, your income should be around $160,000. Now, the most important thing is when you're in those 10 appointments is you ask your client for referrals as you're doing your presentation. And if you're coachable, you should have anywhere between 5 to 10 referrals from each appointment that week. And if you did 10 appointments, the minimum, 5 times 10, you should walk away with 50 referrals that week. So now you have to call 50 people next week to set appointments. That eliminates you having to purchase leads. You being dependent on leads is not going to make you successful. When I started the business, I never purchased one lead. I retired after 15 years. And I never bought one lead in 15 years because I did what I just told you. I asked for referrals. I started out knowing people that needed insurance, asked for referrals, and I lived off of my referrals. I called no leads, didn't buy any. So,
Okay, here's an add-up question to that, Mr. Vina. That's a great strategy. They're asking, how do we ask for referrals? Like, what is the best possible way to ask it rather than sounding a bit greedy on that specific spot over there?
well, as you're doing your presentation with our system that we have in place, there's about 3 or 4 places as you're going through the presentation that naturally prompts them to give you somebody that they know. So me trying to tell you right here in this short amount of time, you're going to have to go through our training to really learn that. But you systematically pick up the referrals. By the time you're done with that, now the presentation that we do typically takes about 45 minutes to an hour, and another half an hour to take the application. So an average time with us is an hour and a half in a presentation. And you're 20 hours on the phone. So you're spending 35 hours a week and you can make 60,000. You're not even working 40 hours. Now, the thing about getting the referrals, one of the most important things I'll tell you is when you do collect those referrals at the end, and if they gave you 5, you say to the person, all right, Bob, one of the referrals you gave me is your brother Jim, and all these other, and you can list them, and they say, well, out of all these people that you want me to call, I want to make sure that their family's protected. So if we call somebody right now, who do you think would pick up the phone while you're sitting in the appointment? He's going to say, well, my brother Jim would always answer my call. So I said, well, how about if we call him and try and get him set up now? Because if I try to call him, I might not catch him. He might not get our products in place for 2 or 3 weeks. So before I leave there, I got an appointment set. If you do that 5 times, you got 5 appointments set in 1 week. And you're not setting it. Your client's setting the appointment for you. So those are the kind of things that you're going to learn when you come on board. We teach you that. How to set appointments, how to use referrals, all those things. Hopefully I got you an idea of what you're asking.
That's right.
About, how
That's
to
one
work
of the great. That's really one of the great answers right now, because I could actually say the same thing inside my company and tell those people like, hey, go and watch this video what Mr. Vina has told, and I want you guys to implement this. I can proudly say that. That's a great one, Mr. Vina. Thank you very much. The next question is, okay, how can I use AI to boost my sales?
That's a great question. You can use AI to get on different platforms that you might not be aware of, because AI knows all the different platforms that you can put post ads up, what you're going to offer. I'm not sure what the product is that you're talking about selling, but AI can customize what you have and help you hone your skills.
That's a good one, because for the AI, so if you're running ads, you can use Claude, guys. It is CLOUDE, Claude, which is one of the most smartest models which is present right now, which is better than ChatGPT. Okay, you can go there, you can use that model to create ads for yourself, which are mind blowing ads, like really good ads, and use those ads to run the meta campaigns or life insurance or whatever you're running, to make sure you get good convergence, and use Mr. Vina's knowledge over there. So you're using the experience with the AI, which can actually boost your sales. If you're at least making $1,000 a week, you can go to 2,000, maybe, if you do it correct. So the next question is, hello, Mr. Vina. I am a new agent and I'm trying to make a name for myself. So, can I be successful without getting any referrals?
No.
I'm not sure why you would even think that.
Yeah, that's
You're trying to help your family and friends. Why would you not want referrals? What's the thinking there? Can you please tell me what you're thinking? Why would
Yeah.
you say that?
That's right. This guy should actually comment again over here, so that it will be much more better. We can go to the next question, okay?
yeah.
Still, that guy, if he replies,
The
to
answer
it.
is absolutely not. No, you cannot be successful without referrals. No.
Okay, that's good, Jason. I clap for you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next question is, hi, Mr. Vina. I appreciate you getting on this podcast today with Harsh and Jason. These guys do it every single week for us.
Thank
And
you.
I have one question. I run my own meta ads, and I'm a life insurance agent licensed in 3 different states. And is the Facebook still the best platform to get me the leads?
Which platform was that?
Facebook.
There's several different platforms that you can use. I wouldn't say any one of them is the best. They're doing their best to try and get you good leads, but you can't really live on leads. You have to learn how to collect referrals and develop a network. We provide you leads, like I was telling you. We do the benefits for over 30,000 unions and companies. Just imagine if all of those companies hired one person today, we'd have 30 more thousand leads in one day. So we don't have enough agents to actually handle the volume. So we're looking for people that want to come on board. And
Guys, where can you find a better opportunity? I've been doing this for over 15 years now, and I have made my mistakes along the journey, and one of them was always depending upon leads. I had one year where I spent $120,000 to make over $600,000. Now that makes sense, but people do it. Somebody else made $600,000 without spending $100,000 with AIL, American Income Light, because of the referral network, guys. It's very, now that I've learned it, it is the piece of the pool that nobody chases down. It's 99% of the people you don't sit with. You'll never see. You're chasing down the same people that everybody else is. So the referral market is by far the best market that you can use as a business owner.
yeah, to back it up with numbers, if you want to know the numbers, when you get our company leads, you're probably going to close 33 to 40%, because and now when you call on a referral, it's 66 to 75% closing ratio on referrals with us. So if you're making $2,000 a week on company leads, when you just called referrals, that next week you're going to double that. You're going to have around 4,000 income by working the referrals. And once you get in the door with us, we teach you how to collect them. We have a system called Impact. You collect their name and number, goes into this software program, and it helps you dial their numbers, keep track of them, and you can work your referrals.
Right? Nothing's on paper. It's all in the system. It's amazing.
It makes it
It
so
is.
you can use the app on your phone. You hit a button and it dials the lead. Either you call our company leads or it's going to call the referral. And we don't provide you one type of lead. We provide you 8 different types of leads. Got union members, people that are in credit unions, people that fill out the child safety things, people looking for wills. There's 8 different kind of leads, not one.
And all requested to be contacted. All of them. So how can you lose? And then guess what? You're able to give those benefits to the referrals, the family, friends, coworkers. Okay.
That's a good one. That's actually the great numbers to back that up. And I think maximum people will be motivated, and that would be the best part right now. The next question is that how much money should I spend on my marketing so that I can get good quality leads for my life insurance campaign that I'm running? So he's asking for you a rough estimate over here, maybe.
On marketing,
Yeah.
yeah, you want to run some Google ads, and Harsh could probably guide you in that direction as far as how much bang for your buck you're going to get by doing it that way. There's several different ways you want to do it, so it's going to be dependent on what you like, what you feel is great, a good move or whatever. But Harsh can
That
point
would
you.
be I would suggest on that as for marketing itself, if you're a new agent who is starting the journey and you're just giving your exam right now, I would suggest just spend more like 10 to 12 bucks a day on Facebook ads for 10 days at least. Spend that much of money and you at least get 2 to 3 leads on that, and try to close those leads, make money on those leads, then invest that money same into the marketing again, spend 10 to 12 bucks for next 10 days, close the campaign, get the leads, call them and book. This is how the cycle would go. And if you make a big policy hit and you're getting a good premium on that, you can increase your marketing budget. You can run it for maybe 15 bucks a day, and you can actually scale it from there eventually. It won't happen in one night. I'm going to assure you. And even Mr. Reena and Jason can assure you that, guys. But this is the best way you can do. Spending 10 to 11 bucks a day for 10 days and get the best quality lead by using AI, using Claude. And it will be the best thing you can do. And you start your insurance journey from there. You don't need to be dependent on any other lead vendor. You yourself could be your own lead creator. That's what I believe. Next question would be, okay, this one is good. What daily habits would separate an average agent from a top producer? I would like to know it from Mr. Veena. And how should I schedule my day so that I can be a top producer?
Excellent question. Top producers know their script inside and out and their products. So you're constantly sharpening your skills. So when you go into a presentation, you're not cold. You know what to say, how to say it. So you want to practice your script. You can record yourself in front of a mirror or whatever and go back and watch yourself do the presentation. Then you can see what needs changed in your presentation. When you video yourself, that's how you actually change what you're doing and you can actually see what you're doing. So that's the best way to hone your skills is to practice, record yourself, go back and watch the videos. It's almost like when you're coaching football, you watch the films of other teams and yourself to see what corrections you need to be made. So you need to record yourself.
Okay, that's good. You got to record yourself, you got to know your script in and out, and your products, and make sure you record in front of the mirror. These are the four important things, guys, if you want to become a top producer.
That's what we do here. Your manager does it. We do role play in the afternoon before we go into the evening presentations with our clients.
That's a good one, actually. The next question would be, if I'm starting today with $1,000 harsh, and how much lead should I get from Facebook ads? And I can close on that as well. I'm a pretty good closer and I know my products. I just lack leads. So can you help me with that? See, I don't. Okay, his name is David. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, David. See, if you have $1,000, it's good. I would suggest start at small. Start with 15 to 18 bucks a day for next 10 days. Get leads, close that deals. Make sure those leads are highly qualified. Ask more questions, 5 to 6 questions. Make them super qualified. But the cost per lead would be high. It would go around 12 to 15 bucks. But you would get a highly qualified lead, and you make sure you close that lead fast. Guess what? I'll tell you one simple story.
Yeah.
If me and Mr. Vina right now are sitting in a Mercedes going to the museum in Tallahassee right now, and Mr. Vina is saying like, "Harsh, let's eat some ice cream," and I'm saying like, "Okay, let's eat it, Mr. Vina," and I gave him the ice cream after 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes. I would tell you one thing. There is a term in economics which is called marginal utility. Write it down. It's called marginal utility. It means that the time you are putting inside and the time after you get it, the delay would actually deplete the value of the product. If Mr. Vina is asking for ice cream right now, and if I give him right now itself, the marginal utility is very low. But if I give him after 15 minutes or 20 minutes, he might say, Harsh, I don't want it right now. I wanted 15 minutes before, and I want a burger or French fries right now. So the demands and the desire change. Even if the person is a qualified lead, if you don't reach out to him fast, he might change his mind or he might think something else because there are thousands and thousands of different things which goes inside the mind of a person when he's submitting a form, and you need to make sure you got to hit him at the same time when he has the same mindset of saying yes
Yeah.
after he fills the form. Because
Yeah.
I've seen many agents actually, make sure that they get a lead. They just say, okay, today is Saturday and today is Sunday, so I would go out with my wife, I'll drive my car, I'll call that lead on Monday. He's never going to pick up your phone. He's never going to pick up your phone. He would just forget. He would say like, hey, I don't remember filling out a form, because people actually don't remember. That's the truth, guys. I'll tell you right now, because Mr. Vina is the most experienced person right now who is sitting in front of me, and he would agree with it. Like, harsh people forget.
Yeah, Harsh. One thing I want to bring up is, someone's going to spend $1,000 a week on leads. Um, Really, what I would do is spend $1,000 a week in a recruiting campaign where I can get resumes of qualified people that I can hire, which will generate probably 20 to 30 good resumes with $1,000. You get those people on board and you train them up and they have them work for you instead of you working. And that's what Tommy learned. At the end of his second year, he never had to sell another product. He's been doing this for 18 years. Okay. Because he developed a team of people to work for him. If you're on the mindset that you want to develop a team, that's great. If you want to do this all by yourself, you can come rich. in the insurance business. But if you
That's right.
develop a team, you'll develop what I call generational wealth, because that team of people you develop, they're going to be unstoppable. Now, the amount of money that you make as a manager, it it's really going to be dependent on how big you want to build your organization. And typically, what happens is if you get one agent, and that agent does about $2,000 worth of business in a week, and you develop 10 of those, now you got 10 agents that do around $2,000, which is 20,000 in a week, is what your team's producing. At the end of a year, 50 take 50 times to 20,000. Your team did $1 million worth of sales, and with a decent company, you're going to get paid around 17.5% on that. You're going to get 175,000 paid to you when you're managing 10 guys, and you're not going to just sit there and watch your guys work. You're probably going to do about 100,000 in sales because there's so much activity going on. So you take 100,000 that you earned yourself personally, and you take the 175 that your team did. That's 100 plus the 170. That's 275 that you're going to earn with a team of 10 guys as you being their coach. So why would you want to go and take $1,000 and buy leads when you could develop a team that'll generate almost $300,000 for you if you know how to manage that team? And that's what we do. We teach you how to take, and that's only with 10 people. Okay. And I'm using Tommy as a reference. He had 20 people by his third year, developing an income of around 512,000 after about 20, 30 guys. When he hit the fourth year, there was 60 people there in his organization, over 900,000 in the fourth year. When he hit the fifth year, it was over $1 million. It's always been over $1 million in the last 18 years. You could do the same. He started when you had to drive in a car and take a paper app. So things have changed so much. It's so much easier now. So the true money, if you wanted to be wealthy, is building a team of people, not just doing the sales yourself. That's the bottom line here. And
That's right. That's actually true.
We can teach you that and take you to the next level. 2 or 3 year commitment on your end. You'll get to the point where you never have to sell. Your team's going to sell. You're just going to be a coach teaching them up. But you have to work hard the first 2 to 3 years because they're going to watch everything you do. They're going to learn everything you're going to say. So in those first 2 years, on average, Tommy was doing at least $6,000 worth of business a week. Yeah, about 25,000 every month for 2 years, nonstop. At the end of that, he didn't have, like I said, he didn't have to sell anymore. The team did it.
That's really fascinating, and actually that would give a great amount of motivation to people to do the same thing rather than spending that $1,000 into the leads, or else they can get a good resume people, maybe 20-30 people from that much of money, and we can build a team around them. That's a great idea, actually, Mr. Veena. That's really good.
That,
The next question is life insurance getting expensive every single year? Should I buy it right now or I should wait?
that's a great question. It sounds like it's a question from someone that does not have a license. Okay, if you did have a license, you'd understand if you buy a whole life product, depending on the person's age, it's locked in for their whole life. That's why it's called whole life. It's different than a term product. If they bought a term product, it's going to be low cost, but it's only going to be for a specific time period. Maybe it could be 5-year term, 10 or 20. But at the end of the term, that person has to get requalified, and the price goes up because the age went up. So you can lock in at a young age is what I'd recommend. Get a whole life policy if you don't have one, because it'll stay at that same level. That you're gonna, if you get $100,000 policy and it costs you $80, it'll cost you $80 starting today all the way up to your age 100. Never changes. So that's the thing. If you don't have a whole life policy, you should get one and lock it in.
That's right, actually. That's a good one. Here is the next. Oh, this one is great. Jason, where are you going and why you're not talking? This is the craziest question I've ever seen. I don't know if Jason can still hear me, but
Sorry, I'm
this,
here, guys. Yeah. So everything Mr. Venus said.
okay, he's still here, but he's still traveling because his internet is not good.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're still here. Yeah, okay, fine. People want to know where are you going, so that's it. The next question comes as, how realistic is the dream of making $20,000 to $30,000 within 3 years?
you can absolutely do it if you get the team of people, like I said, or you can,
Can you hear me?
yes.
You know, after doing this for so many years, all I could say is, what makes us believe that we have to spend $1,000, use three carriers? By the way, when you are using a brokerage format, you only use three carriers max. You don't use 15 carriers. So if you believe that this industry is changing, by the way, and if you don't get with the times with a company like this, trust me on this. A company like this that has the artificial intelligence in place, that has the coaching in place, that has all the management in place, you're going to fail. You're going to be doomed into the future. Harsh, can you take this over, buddy, for me?
Yeah,
I got
sure.
some things going on. Take
Yeah,
this
sure,
over for me,
sure.
pal.
Yeah,
Thank
sure,
you.
sure.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Mr. Vina, for being here.
All right, you have a great day.
You stay on. I'm going. I gotta be off. Sorry, guys.
Okay, sure, sure, sure.
Take it over, Harsh. Thank you,
Yeah,
everybody.
fine,
If you
man.
need me,
I'll take care.
contact me. I have other things going on, and I apologize to everybody. Thank you.
No worries. Yeah. So we can go to the next question. Okay. Are the insurance companies looking for a way out to pay claims right now?
Not at all. They have, I would say, sufficient amount of reserves to pay out those policies.
Okay, that's really good because if you see right now that the people are saying that, hi, Mr. Vina, good morning, blah blah blah. Okay, here's a question: are most agents selling what is best for their client, or they are selling what is best for their commission?
Great question. And because we train our agents to do needs analysis, you develop what's best for the client all the time. Because when that client likes and trusts you, you get paid renewals with our company. Not all companies pay renewals. You get paid four ways with us. One is a commission if you sign them up and they do a sale with you like you're asking. The second way is renewals. Every time they pay that policy, you get paid again, and it's on a monthly basis. And if they drop off, you're not going to get that renewal. And that's the most important thing is when these people join the unions, they're paying their premiums for 20 to 30 years, and you're collecting renewals off of that because you did a good job up front. You didn't charge them too much. They like and trust you, and they're going to refer their family and friends. So most important thing you ever do is you do what's right for the client, not for you. Okay. So
That's right.
that thought should never enter your mind. When you're working with me or anybody else, I would never say try and sell the maximum amount of product to a client. That's just wrong. Don't ever do that to anybody.
That's good, actually. Here's another question that we have is AI going to replace insurance agents and their daily task, which we are doing? And do I still need to do cold call to people so that I can sell policies as a new agent?
To the first question about AI replacing people, no, you always need a human element to deliver the product, to talk to people, to determine what their needs are, to be there when they have questions. That AI is great to make things efficient, but it doesn't replace the human element.
Okay, that's a good one. And the second question was, do I still need to do cold call when I'm a newly licensed agent to kickstart my career? Yeah, that's
Yeah, you're going to do cold calling with another company, not with our company. We provide you leads, like I was telling you, with people that need their benefits, people that are new to unions, and we negotiate with each union president, and we develop a package that goes with like the laborers, the teamsters, the carpenters. Those are examples of some of the unions that we service. So there's no cold calling with our company. I don't know if that answers what he was asking.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one. So, uh, the another question which comes over here is that again, I will scroll up. Yeah, this question. Yeah, I was here. If you are making, $1,000 a day with your products and everything, you just sold a policy and you made that $1,000 that one day. Okay, how should I invest it again into my business? This is the simplified version of the question.
Yeah, for someone that's just depends on what phase you are in your business. So if you're just starting out and you want to try and grow, you invest those dollars back into recruiting and developing a team so you have more agents working for you. Once you have a team established, then $1,000 might be used for different purposes to, make their life easier with other types of marketing that you want to develop their business. So it depends on what phase you're at. But a brand new person just jumping in, you'd want to try and use it to develop a team for getting resumes of qualified agents that you can hire.
That's good. That's really a good one. That's and this guy should actually take these notes and actually implement that thing. Here comes the next question, Mr. Bean. Is that can I still qualify with diabetes and high blood pressure?
There are some people that have those types of illnesses that we accept with our company. I would say most companies will not want to provide a policy for that. So it would depend on you know the doses that they're taking, what the issues are. So trying to answer that on this question on this format would be hard, but there are exceptions. Yes, depends on like I was saying, the dosage and the conditions of the person.
Okay, that's good. It is a variable factor, you can say. It varies person to person depending upon their age, health, and everything, what they eat and how they manage their pills, everything. So that's a bit, a tricky question to answer right now. You can say.
Yeah, that goes to
Oh,
it will go through underwriting guidelines, and or underwriters would have to answer the question. That's not something that an insurance agent can actually answer.
that's right. That's right. That's actually true. Here's a question. Hi, Mr. Ravina, and I want to know that what would happen if I miss the payment? What payment you're talking about?
If they didn't make an insurance payment for their policy,
Oh yeah, I think that's the question. She's
yeah,
asking about
usually
insurance.
they give you 30 days, and then that's what it'll go into what they call lapsed policy, where if there's cash value in a policy, you can contact the company and tell them to use the cash value to pay the premiums until there's no more cash value. You got some options depending on what type of a policy that you're talking about. If it's a term policy, there's no cash value. If it's a whole life policy, you might be able to miss some payments depending on what the conditions are. So you'd have to call the company you got the policy with and see what your options are. Okay.
Okay, that's a good one. This person should actually take notes and make sure to contact their carriers or the company to make sure that they get the proper amount of information on that itself. Okay, this one is a good one. Okay, I like this one. Can someone really become a six-figure earner as a insurance agent in their first year?
In their first year,
Yeah.
yeah. The first year, um, another example would be Tommy. He earned 120 in his first year with American Income Globe Life. So it's very possible. An average agent, like I was telling you, is typically 60, 70,000. And if you're coachable, there's no reason you shouldn't make over 100,000. Depends on how hard you want to work. It's going to be dependent on how many appointments you set. You know, I give you an example. If you can get one sale per day, 7 sales in a week, that number should be around 160,000 a year. You're going to make. That's only doing one sale per day for 7 days in a row. Okay, and you kept that up for a whole year. Your income would be 160,000. Easy.
That's really great. I'm going to do this thing, after we hang up on this podcast and everything. I'm going to sell life insurance right now. Because the way Mr. Meena is portraying it, it seems so easy and achievable, like with their company, with their system and everything that they have. Because I've been talking to Tommy like for more than maybe 3.5, 6 months, 6 months maybe, and we've been talking back and forth about various different stuffs. And we are working on the Skool community right now, which is going to be live in this month itself, by the end of this month and the next month itself. So the
Not all
thing that we
companies,
see.
yeah, not all companies are created the same. With our company, you get paid four different ways. The first way, you get a commission when you do a sale. Second way, you're eligible to get bonus money. Just to keep it simple, if you do about $2,000 worth of sales in a week, you're eligible to get a bonus. It's going to be around 10 or 15, could go all the way up to 20% depending on what how much you sell. If you get your bonus in the first week, you're eligible to get a bonus every week for that whole month, and it resets at the beginning of the next month. So you're always eligible to get a bonus. That's the second way. The third way, you get renewals. Renewals kick in after those people have held that product on the books for 1 year. After 1 year, you start collecting renewals. That's worth $1,000 a month for an average agent. It hits your account around the middle of the month, like the 15th. We pay weekly. There's 52 weeks in a year. Every Friday is a payday with us. Renewals pay once a month. There's a distinction there. So around your 13th month here, you're going to see a check hit your checking account around $1,000. Each year that you stay here, if you're average, it typically grows by 1,000. Those are like a rule of thumb. It could be more, could be less, depending on how many people you service. If you know that, now you know in your second year, you're going to see around $2,000 deposited in your checking account around the middle of the month. Not part of your check you get on Friday. It's just a whole separate payment. And if you do the math, in the third year, it should be 3,000. Just imagine you stayed here 10 years. Now you got $10,000 of renewals hit your checking account around the middle of the month before you go out and do another sale. So your renewals are going to surpass the sales that you do. And as you stay in our business with our company, it becomes easier because the pressure you making a sale goes away because now you got the renewals coming in. Okay, that's if you stay as an agent. If you move into management, and I use Tommy as an example, in his 10th year, he wasn't getting 10 grand. He was getting 18,000 for a 35-year-old kid. Okay, 35,000. Now he's been in 18 years. He's over 20,000. That's the third way, renewals. Fourth way, move into management. When you have a team of people working as their manager, you benefit from that. There's four ways you get paid: commission, bonus, renewals, management. Not all companies offer that.
That's one of the unique SOPs we can say about your company, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Actually, here's another question that we have, and this is, yeah, this is a question over here. Oh, what would you do if you have the power right now, Mr. Veena, to change the insurance industry for good for newly licensed agents?
To change the industry,
For
the
newly licensed agents. Yeah.
for a newly licensed agent, the most important thing is that you got to get a license. Okay, number one, and then you have to get proper training. So for a new agent, they should go through training or teaches them how to sell, but there is no formal training. They require you to go through training before you get your license, 20 hours online training to understand all the laws and regulations in insurance. They don't require you to do what's right for the client, a needs analysis. So for a new agent, it should be mandatory that they learn how to do a needs analysis, what that client actually needs, not what you think they need. As you go through what their finances and everything else, you can find out what the family needs. So needs analysis is important. Okay.
Okay, that's perfect. That's really good. That's that's it. And there are some other questions, like there are some uh, weird questions, like Mr. Veena, where do you live? And there's a question, how are you? Good morning, and all those stuff. And we are not. If you want to answer those questions, we can. And there are other questions like, what car you drive? I like your shirt. These kind of stuff. So I didn't. I didn't take those questions to make sure that we keep it very professional over here, so the people who are coming, who actually see, they get enough value. Because there might be some people who join in the middle And
Yeah.
I just, in the blue, I just asked question like, Mr. Ravina, I like your blue shirt. He would say like, this is the waste of time. They're talking about blue shirts and everything. And I just joined here for life insurance knowledge and everything. So we just keep it very clean,
Yeah.
okay?
Now, as far as a follow up, if someone wants to learn more about our company or wants to join our company to take advantage of the leads that we provide and the training that we offer, is there a way to share that with
Yeah,
this
they can
group?
reach out to them. I have given Tommy's email and your email inside the description box, where people can go inside the description and contact you directly from there.
Okay.
So, wait a second. I guess I had just want to confirm. Okay, this, and if audience can also see. Where is? Hey Gabriel. Oh yeah, it is TJ Vina at vinaorganization.com, right?
Yeah, my email, if anyone has any questions after we're done here and you just something pops into your head and you just want to try and get it off your chest and find an answer, it's TJV, not 6 letters, Thomas Joseph VENA at vinaorganization.com.
That's right. Perfect. We kept that one. Yeah, and we have kept that one. And do you want to answer the questions, Mr. Vina? Which car do you drive? Where do you live? And all those questions.
I want to try and focus on helping people change their life
That's right.
with some
So
income to
okay, that's good.
make it, yeah, remove all the stress in your life. If you're not making enough money to support your family, that's important that I show you how to do that.
That's actually true. That's one of the good things we can do here. Is that I see there are no questions over here, Mr. Vina. These are the all questions we have covered today. If you give me 10 seconds, Gabriel, just find out what questions are missing right now, apart from those crappy ones, okay? Let me see from my eyes. Done, 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 done. Oh, this one was missing, okay. Can my policy build cash value?
If it's a whole life policy, if it's a term policy, that's no, depending on what type of a policy that you have.
Okay, that person is saying, thank you, Harsh, for taking my question. Oh, you're welcome. And that person is asking, where do I find it? Like, where do I find it? What do you want to find? Okay, is my policy is building cash value or not? Okay, you want to know, is your policy building cash value or not? You should talk to your insurance guy, the
Yeah, on the
agent.
front, yeah, on the front page, you can tell if it's a whole life or term policy. It'll tell you what kind of policy you have.
Okay, that was easy. You can go and check your policy. That would be simpler for you and much more better. Okay, can anyone with 6 figures? Yes. This question was actually asked after what happens if I miss a payment. So I just missed this one. Okay. Yeah, we are done with everything. All the questions are answered. Yep.
Okay. All right,
So
then we're good for today then.
that's right, Mr. Ravina. We can stay on this call, okay? We can talk over here. I'll just end the live stream. So, guys, I hope you appreciate Mr. Ravina over here. I really want you to contact him if you want to work with his company, or if you have any other questions that you don't want to talk in the comment, you feel insecure or something like that. You want to talk to him personally. I have given his email. I've given Tommy's email as well. Go and talk to these people, and if you want to work with their company, you can actually reach out to them. They can help you with hiring, leads, everything, setting up, blah blah blah. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this one. And next time, guys, I'll tell you right now, Jason is not here. Okay. Jason has to go on a birthday party tomorrow. Okay. That's why he scheduled it for today. We do it every Saturday, and we did it on Friday. Okay, guys. And next time when we come on this live stream on next Saturday, I want you guys to ask him why he did it. Okay. I want you guys to ask him, please. Jason is not here, I guess. So yeah, that will be much more better. Next time when we come, it will be much more better. Okay. So thank you, Mr. Vina. Thank you very much, everyone, asking him quality questions, which is worth his time actually. And I really appreciate you guys. We will see you on next Saturday. And just remember what you need to ask to Jason. Bye bye.
See ya.